Damn, okay, I'll see a Lamborghini. Maybe that'll help me forget about. No, what the? Like, dude, honestly, what the fuck happened in the church, man? Oh my gosh, and the visuals, the thing being the. Oh my goodness. Bro, also, oh man, did they really have to do Riley like that? They got crop dusted, bro. It was like Thanos snapped his finger as soon as this motherfucker got happy for once. Damn, it's like youth club on crack. Okay, this fan is just kind of annoying. Anyways, I can't stop thinking about what happened in the church and the fact that nobody in the place thought to themselves, this is fucking messed up. Sounds very familiar, actually. Alright, for Valgiv, for Zach, time to do a review, baby. This show is very, very close to my heart. For no particular reason when it comes to like the production or oh my goodness, none of that stuff. You know what I mean? It's not because I'm a huge fan of the director, which to be honest and be realistic, I didn't hear about till this, but now I'm a huge fan. It's none of those things. It wasn't anything to do when it comes to like any form of media, you know, with comics, whenever, you know, they put in like someone that nobody fucking knows and everyone's like, oh, couldn't wait for them to use these characters so realistically. None of that. It's because the church elements and the faith elements of this show, even the most extreme parts, are kind of applicable if you've ever been in a setting like that. The good stuff and the bad stuff. And that's what makes the show incredible. The fact that in its core, it's a story about faith, hypocrisy, being so blinded by what you think is right, that everything you do is wrong. Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The characters. Stop thinking about the show. So let's start off with the obvious. The characters. Exceptional work across the board. The choice of characters. Having the sheriff of this very weird, very Christian, very small community be a Muslim. Chef's kiss. It adds to the overall complexity of everything. Because you have a man whose faith slightly clashes. I mean, I don't want to get into that. With their faith, it's not exactly the same, but you know, he's still a sheriff and he's still a good guy and he's a nice man and he's a good man and he's the exact opposite of all those bullshit stereotypes that you've been seeing forever. If anything, his presence adds to the hypocrisy of a lot of things that happen later. A lot of the goody two-shoes, oh, we love everybody, we care about everybody. A lot of that comes to head. First of all, the show slowly builds one brick at a time, another one, slowly builds up to these 2 episodes where shit hits the fan, just straight off the bat. Oh my gosh. Riley's an excellent character because as a protagonist, you know, the boy you see at the very first scene works very well because he's so broken, man. You understand him? He's guilty. He feels guilty. He feels lost. He doesn't know what he wants. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't want anything except peace, which he can't find because the show opens up with him in an accident. And it starts off with you seeing like wreckage, and then you see like the Christian fish thing on the car, on the BMW next to the sign. Ooh, and it turns out that he was drunk and accidentally killed somebody. I don't want to spoil too much of that. If you watch it, that scene fucks with you. And he stays with him, and the image just stays with him. Just haunts him and just won't let go. It doesn't give him any room to want to grow outside of anything. He's trapped in his own mind, in his own guilt. And that's why the show works. Because let's fast forward to the bad character. I don't mean bad as in very poorly portrayed. I mean she's a bitch. So, I'm just gonna... I can't even stress it. If you've seen The Mist, take that character. A little less vulgar. Turn down the vulgarness a little bit, but turn up the hypocrisy by like fucking fifth to break the knob off. She's the most hypocritical character. She's the character that you've always seen. If you've ever been at church, you know the person who knows all the scriptures, but you know that only knows them just to say that they're good at it, or just to feel like they're, you know, they're closer to God above everybody else. They're better because they know the Bible, essentially. Biblical texture knowledge over actual good heart. She's very good at that, man. Everybody kills it in this. Everybody kills it. They really put in a shift, man. But you know what I mean? There's a lot of great characters. I don't want to say too much about every single one of them, but there is one that we absolutely have to talk about. Father Paul. My man. Not this motherfucker here. The priest is one of the greatest series characters ever. Why? Because he's the focus. He's the mystery. How did he get back? Ooh, what happened to the previous guy? Okay, this guy actually does care about people, but if there's something else about him we don't know. There's so many variables. There's so many mysteries about him. His dialogue is exceptional. The conversations he has with everybody feel genuine. You feel like he cares, man. You know what I mean? It's not like when you tell, let me use Steph as an example. I'd be on Call of Duty Warzone on party chat with Steph. You'll be talking 9% of the time about some serious shit. He'll be like, yeah. And at the end, you ask him a question, it's like, oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. As you're hearing like cat memes on the background. None of that. This guy is like a very, very focused character. And at no point I'm like, okay, the character is wearing out. If anything, he keeps getting better and better. Because you keep kind of want him to be good. But the show got plans that you might not see coming. I don't want to spoil nothing. As I said, this is an absolute must-watch for anybody that likes horror, anybody that likes a good drama, anybody that likes relatable characters. Everybody in this show could exist, except one. But I don't want to spoil it. But everybody else could exist, because the show itself serves as a purpose to remind you that you can have good intentions. You can be guilty of things. You can be wrong about things, but ultimately if you get so blinded by what you think is good that you don't realize that you're instrument for evil, bad shit happens. 10 out of 10.